If you've hung around the gardening corner of YouTube for any amount of time, you've probably heard whispers about strange, almost magical soil tricks, things like banana peel brews, eggshell teas, or fermented concoctions that promise miracles. But today, gardeners, I want to share something a little different, a little surprising, and honestly, a little fun. Because the rice hack I'm about to reveal is one of those rare techniques that actually lives up to the hype. When you use it right, you can literally make earthworms flood into your soil, rich, wriggling armies that aerate, feed, and transform your garden from the inside out. So pull up a bucket, grab a handful of rice, and let's dig into a Soil Stories favorite, the secret rice method that supercharges your soil by attracting worms like magnetized compost rockets. Before we jump into the how-to, let's talk about why rice, even plain, cheap rice, has such a powerful effect on your soil ecosystem. Rice is loaded with starches, and when those starches break down, they become the perfect feast for soil microbes. And where microbes multiply, worms follow. It's the soil version of ringing the dinner bell. Now, let's talk about the version of this method that many gardeners call the worm explosion hack. This one doesn't just attract worms, it summons them. Take a small handful of uncooked white rice, not cooked rice, uncooked. Cooked rice can attract unwanted pests, but raw rice decomposes more slowly and safely underground. Dig a shallow hole about the depth of your hand and bury the rice in the soil. Cover it lightly and walk away. That's it. No stirring, no mixing, no composting. Over the next 5 to 10 days, the rice begins softening. Microbes swarm it. Fungi thread through it. The starches begin turning into warm, microbe-rich pockets. And worms, they rush toward it like kids toward freshly baked bread. When you return after a week and lift a bit of soil around the spot, you'll find clusters of worms, sometimes dozens, working through the softened grains, aerating the soil, and leaving behind rich castings. It's one of the most satisfying things in gardening. This method is especially powerful for reviving dead zones, places where soil feels brick-like or sandy or lifeless. Rice becomes a beacon of life, inviting worms to rebuild the soil from the inside. Many struggling gardens share the same enemy: low organic matter. When soil lacks carbon, it dries quickly, compacts easily, and loses its ability to host life. Rice, the starches, the sugars, the decomposition, becomes an easy entry point for rebuilding this lost ecosystem. The rice hack introduces new microbial food sources, gradual organic matter, moisture retention pockets, slow-release worm food, and safe non-burning nutrition. This is why even sandy or neglected soils respond beautifully. The rice decomposes slowly, feeding the underground community layer by layer. It's also a fantastic transitional method for new gardeners who want fast, visible results without complicated composting systems or expensive amendments. One handful of rice can start a chain reaction that months of waiting might not accomplish. A lot of quick gardening tips out there come with risks: over-fertilizing, burning roots, attracting pests, or throwing off pH levels. The rice hack avoids all of that. Because the decomposition happens underground, not on the surface, pests rarely find it. Because the quantities are small, you never overdo it. Because the nutrients are gentle and natural, roots remain safe. And because worms regulate themselves, you never get too many, just enough to transform your soil biology. The key is moderation. A handful per square meter every few weeks is plenty. Think of it as feeding your soil microdoses of energy rather than overwhelming it. When I first tried this hack, I'll be honest, I doubted it. I buried rice with mild curiosity. Maybe even a little skepticism, but the results shocked me. Within days, the soil texture had changed, it crumbled better, it smelled richer, and the worms arrived like I had announced free housing and unlimited food. Since then, the rice hack has become one of my most trusted soil-building rituals. It's simple, accessible, and incredibly effective. Whether you're a first-time gardener or someone who's tended soil for decades, this technique will surprise you with how quickly it works. And it's exactly the kind of story I love sharing here: practical, real, and rooted in the beautiful hidden world beneath our feet. Now that you know the secret, it's your turn. Take a handful of rice, bury it, water the spot, and let nature do the rest. Come back in a week and experience the thrill of seeing your soil teeming with life. If you enjoyed this Soil Stories deep dive and want more powerful, simple, and and science-backed gardening tips, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and share this article or video with another gardener who loves discovering new tricks. Together, let's keep building healthy soil. One story, one trick, and one handful of rice at a time.